Welcome back to the Sun and Moon Tarot. Today we will find what is good and what is hidden. I hope you're well and staying blessed, enjoying life wherever you are. This is an Aries season read. Happy birthday, Aries. This is for my fire signs. If you have Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, highly aspected, this read is likely for you. Again, it's for Aries season. If you watch it on, you can watch it wherever you want, but it is for Aries season. Okay, so we've got a couple notes here. Sorry, I'm a little bit mid-season for my posts. Just had to get settled, and we're going to leave it at that. So, if you didn't see already, we're using a different deck. Shout out to gift-giving people, because this is a gift, so we're going to be using the Meeting the Otherkin deck. We're going to be using that for the Aries season reads. Happy New Year to all of my beautiful people in the world. I hope you're enjoying the new season. I hope you're enjoying the beautiful fire season. It should be a passionate one for most people. I hope you're enjoying the new year in terms of the dark horse or the fire horse, depending on who you talk to. I hope you like my setup. I dig it. Actually, this really works out well. You have, I hope you like it. I do have some little like counting coins from my child that I will cover up any nudity that does appear for YouTube as we pull out our cards. But as per usual, it will just be like, it'll be my typical layout. If this is your first time, the bottom of the deck will be shown, and it will be the overall storyline for your read, or the theme. Overall energy depends on who you talk to. The first row that I just pulled is the Magician, the Nine of Cups, and the Page of Cups. It is going to be your recent past. The Fool, the Emperor, okay, and the Hierophant are going to represent your current energy. The third row will be your future. You do have a Lover's card. You've got a lot of major arcana fire signs, which is pretty cool. I dig it. Okay. So far, no nudity. I really like the artwork. It's different. I dig it. I haven't read the book yet. We'll get there. Don't judge me. Okay, we have the Nine of Swords. You have I don't know why I keep seeing that as a triple nine, but it's 2 9s right now. A lot of major arcana. I know I already said that, but I can't get over it. These are 2 cards. They did go in the reverse. Oh no. How about that? You did get a third 9, so you do have a triple 9 actually in your read. We are going to put the 10 of Wands in reverse over here, and we're going to grab, one more, please. One. No. One. Thank you. One more clarifying card for your read, my beautiful fire signs. Okay. I actually don't see any nudity that should be covered. Per se, I don't think there is any in this one, which is good. I love not having to worry about that. Or YouTube specifically has a lot of rules for a lot of reasons. We're not going to go into it, but basically, yeah, I dig it. Okay, I hope you like the artwork. I hope you love the read. Hope you love the content. Let's get into your read today, fire signs. Again, it's just a different deck. Same layout of my generals. Same elemental general read. Okay. Oh, I forgot to say the typical baloney, but if you want to read the description box, all my information is there. Thank you so much. So the 3 of Pentacles is at the bottom of the deck for your overall energy, okay? And I do love that they did the bees on there. This card is all about collaboration, teamwork, building together, truly. And of course, bees have to function together as a hive. It's a beautiful card for the season. It's all about creating community and home and connecting with people. And most of the fire signs that I know are going to be doing that. You should do that in this season. It's the new year. You should collaborate with people where you can, as long as you're doing it in healthy manners that benefit both people. Why not? Enjoy life. Go for it. So you've got, this is your major overall energy, fire signs. I like it so far. I feel like it's a good change from the energy you've had. The Magician, the Nine of Cups, and the Page of Cups. Let's talk about this. The Magician's about willpower, creative power, or creation, mastery, and adaptation. Okay. The Nine of Cups is a representation of satisfaction, luxury, emotional stability. The Page of Cups is a representation of happy, surprise, dreamer, and sensitivity. In the recent past, this represents you attempting to, as you collaborate with people, as you try to create like systems in which you can build with people, you're really focused on trying to create that. The manifestation of that is something that is very big for you, and you are ultimately, to some experience in the recent past, to some experience experiencing that. It looks like you would be building correctly to get emotional stability and having happy surprises due to that in the recent past, my beautiful fire signs. So being able to manifest this collaboration, teamwork scenario is allowing you to have a more emotional stability. This doesn't have to be romance. This is just genuinely like creating stability around you by connecting more with others. It can be romance, but right now I'm getting general like collaboration, just like talking to people that you haven't maybe in a while. There's been a lot of changes, a lot of relationships ending. Maybe you are chatting with old friends, creating connections that you haven't in a while, and it's leading to happy surprises, right? In your current energy for the Aries season, you do have the Fool, the Emperor, and the Hierophant. All major arcana, right? I know I keep saying that, but it is interesting that, I'm going to say that, never mind. Focus. Innocence, new beginning, wonder, and foolishness is this Fool card. It's the first card of the deck. The Emperor is the king of all kings. He represents structure, ambition, authority, and rationality. The Hierophant is the next card after the Emperor. It does represent tradition, legacy, society, and organized religion. Right. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out how to go about this in a way that's beneficial for y'all. Ultimately, I don't know why I do know why I'm supposed to be chill. Oh, I guess we could talk about that. No, we'll talk about that later. All right, fire signs. I'm so sorry. I'm like stuttering on how to like present the current energy for you. That collaboration is still there, right? This is the theme for each section. So whatever you manifested in the recent past led to or potentially is, depending on how this resonates for you. There is the ability to create a new beginning. There's ability to continue to manifest collaboration and the ability to work together, which will lead to you overcoming challenges. It will lead to you creating action plans that kind of work more for, they work better for everyone involved, or at least that's the idea. And I don't know why I keep being told. Okay. in the current energy, you're just really focused on, I do not know why I'm getting this message. It's fucking weird. It's weird and not normal for me to get a message like this, actually. What do you want here? Let's see. Fire signs. There's just like a lot of building. I don't know why I'm stuttering. I'm so sorry if you feel like the need to like fast forward through this. I mean, I do not blame you. Everything I keep trying to be like this for story building, they're like, don't say that, don't say that, don't say that. I'm not really certain what to tell you. In the current energy, that they're rather than build a story, I guess I would just advise that in any, yeah, okay, I can do that. Ooh, hey. I would advise that in any new endeavors, that you are appearing as yourself, as it will benefit you and everyone around you in society. You should not wear a mask. You should not, like, I'm not saying that you are someone that would deceive others. That's not what I mean by that. I just mean that as long as you show up as yourself, this is beautiful king of all kings, the divine masculine, if you will, in a lot of ways. As long as you show up as that and you're honest about what you do want with those around you, and you're trying to share information to the best of your ability rather than like kind of like manipulate people, right? So as long as you are on the up and up, this is really positive. This is with the Hierophant. Whether you follow tradition or not, you know, it's like building a legacy. It's building foundational blocks for the next step for whatever this is for you, however this manifests for you, this new beginning that you're trying to build. It will benefit those around you and yourself and the connections if you do it the right way. I feel like that's very obvious, but that's what I'm being told I'm allowed to say. Can we move forward, please? The future is the Lover's card, the Nine of Swords, and the Nine of Wands in reversed. Sorry, I just hit the mic. The Lover's card is the card of relationships, love, union, choices. It can often be a card in which, especially with this Three of Pentacles, in which, excuse me, money building relationships are significant. Like work relationships are significant because of the combination. We're going to move forward with definitions and come back to that if it matters. The Nine of Swords, I don't think it does. That's why I said that. The Nine of Swords says anxiety, hopelessness, and trauma for you in the future. I'm sorry, fire signs. It does say that though. I'm not going to say what just popped into my head. No, we're not going to say that actually. Nope. Oh, and the Knight of Wands is exhaustion, fatigue, and unsure motives. So ultimately, I'm not saying that. I really am not gonna. We're not talking about this. This read is so dysfunctional. I'm so sorry, fire signs. Ultimately, whatever type of team building scenario that you have started, are continuing on, etc., there's a possibility in the future of it. I'm not saying that. It doesn't matter. I really don't want to say that. So, there's a possibility of there just being some form of, at a low end, it's anxiety, like that you're not really used to experiencing, and which is not normal for fire signs to experience anxiety due to change, but maybe you're doing that. But like again, on a low end for the Nine of Swords, it's more like being kind of anxious, but being able to continue forward, right? On a high end, it's full on like major depressed, not major depressive, obviously that's different, but being like experiencing true depression and grief, and due to a trauma of some sort, and not being able to like do anything at all, not just not being like anxious and semi not being able to function properly because you're distracted, but like full on not being able to function at all or get anything done because you're consumed by grief or trauma. That's what this card, it can be that the gap for this card is kind of large. So it just depends on like your experience. And with the Nine of Wands in reverse, it could be that because you're consistently trying to figure out certain things going on in the future, that you're kind of going to experience a level of extreme exhaustion because you're unsure of like someone's motives or how this collaboration will work out or if it's functional, etc. If you're, no, I'm not supposed to say that. Okay. So Ten of Wands reverse says, I'm not trying to do this to y'all, but like you literally have the 9 and then the 10. So like, yes, it's literally going from like exhaustion, fatigue, unsure motives, like being unsure of these people, or maybe even yourself, but most likely the other people, to full burnout, full stress, unwilling to delegate. So like, oof, it, oh, and if you didn't know, these are your clarifying cards. So like for y'all, this is a level of just, you're gonna get burnt out and stressed out if you make incorrect collaborations. Your whole read is about collaborations, fire signs. I'm trying to watch my words because I love you all very much, and I'm trying to not be talking about people that are of your element that have done me wrong. I have Sage, I've cleansed my energy, and moving forward with my life. I'm really trying to watch my wording because of that. So, beautiful fire signs that I love dearly. Yeah, there is a warning here for this season of like, if you do too many collaborations, if you're not honest with them, if you're things that seem kind of obvious, but to some people are just not as obvious in the moment, it will lead to this burnout and stress. Like you can't, like chase your tail. You can't just keep like running around chasing your tail. I feel like I hope this makes sense, and I feel like it does. But like your whole read is basically about collaboration and teamwork, and so you're manifesting it in the recent past. You're focused on it, and it's bringing in happy surprises and new endeavors. And as you take on these new endeavors and you feel like you can do it and it's working out for you really well, there's like a major warning here that some of these relationships are not in necessarily your highest good, and that they will lead ultimately with these follow-up cards to burnout because you'll be doing too much as you think you can, and maybe you can. You just sometimes you need to be able to you have to be able to like chill if you're fatigued, for example, or you're burnt out. You need to be able to delegate, and if you go into relationships where you cannot do that, it will be counterproductive for you. The Star is the final card. Okay, it does represent, and it's another major arcana card. It is in the upright. It's a beautiful card to have, considering what we just talked about. The Star is hope. It's rebuilding. It's faith. It's rejuvenation, and it's also healing. So it's a card that is often it often represents beginning to put nurture where it's beneficial, or simply beginning to nurture where in like different areas. And ultimately, if you have relationships that you're noticing they burn you out, they stress you out, they this, they that, then you're going to have to in the future continue on a forward path of manifesting new collaborations and rebuilding elsewhere as things fall apart, which is normal. That's life. You know, you can create a traditional relationship and setting all you want. You can try Rupert. No, you can do whatever you want. Careful there. But like, so the 999 I'm seeing on 3 different things right now, not just your read. Wow. So ultimately, major closings of cycles, being clear on what no longer serves you and who and why, being very clear on this cycle of rebuild and why. You're going to be wanting to build collaborations that benefit you as a soul. You're going to be focused on manifesting them. In the future, you're going to cut things out that burn you out, that aren't good for you, that aren't on your highest good. And you're going to start to put in efforts elsewhere where you see good come from your light, not just like a void where your efforts just go, like, but good things happen. That's ultimately how you'll know, is if people consistently kind of, I know that sounds obvious, but it's not always obvious. Sometimes we get played, you know. So for all y'all beautiful fire signs, just keep your head up and don't let it get to the point of burnout, you know. When you start to experience trauma or hopelessness or anxiety in a relationship, then you need to walk away. You need to cut it. You need to just be grown enough to say, this is not going to work, even though we wanted it to. You do need to just sometimes be that person that does give closure, you know, instead of dragging things out. It's just better for everyone involved. So fire signs, that's my advice to you, is to enjoy the sunshine and the conquering ability, not in a diminutive or domination way, but in a like very emperor way. Enjoy your season, right? Enjoy the fire season, but also remember that you have to rest, and you do have to delegate, and you have to build relationships in which you can delegate. I love you all dearly. I hope that makes sense. I hope you enjoyed the read. If you want to book with me, description box. Love you all so much. Enjoy your season. Happy birthday, Aries.